Hey everyone, my name's Kristen and welcome to My Cathedral Garden. If you're new here, I'm a homeschooling mama to 4 kids. I have a 5th grader, a 3rd grader, a 1st grader, and a 4-year-old. And today we're talking all about how I make math fun. So let's go. Ways to make math fun. Let's just say that does not come very naturally to me, and honestly I need to do a much better job of incorporating these into our homeschool routine, because I don't do a great job of just pulling out all of the things. Some days, a lot of days, it's like, okay, let's do your math lesson and let's get it done and move on. But I do need to remember that those little things are practice towards the goal of math literacy and being a good mathematician. So I do need to pull those things out so we can just practice in everyday life. So let's just talk about what those things are. As I said in the introduction, I definitely have a wide array of ages. So you're gonna see kind of a gambit of stuff here that I have for all ages, since my kids who are little, as well as what we're doing now for my oldest 2 boys that are in 3rd grade and in 5th grade, to continue to make math fun. So let's dig in. First of all, anything that encourages mathematical thinking, I am all for. This is a busy book, my preschool busy book, and my 4-year-old uses this. It has color recognition. Here is letter recognition, and these are just Velcro stickers that you stick right on. I got this off Amazon. I can link it below, but here is numbers 1 through 10, and it's just the ordinal numbers, the ordinal counting of numbers. This 3 is upside down. So 1, 2, 3. Can she put them back in order? Which is good. It teaches her numbers. This is kind of the same thing, but it follows a pattern. So she has to complete the pattern and get them in the right order. And that is also a good way to self-check. Does the picture look correct? So anything like this that really helps reinforce mathematical thinking, I am all for. And that is something easy that my 4-year-old can do by herself while we're doing school, and kind of have a self-check thing there. Also, games that the whole family can play. Now, depending on ages of your kids, the whole family is all relative, but I will say the one that we have found the most that all of us can play, from 3 all the way up to daddy and mama, is Uno. And of course this is number recognition, color recognition, patterns, things like that. It's an easy game. It is a fun game to play as a family, and whether you know it or not, you are reinforcing some mathematical concepts. Not everything has to be a problem to solve. To go along with other card games. These came in like a pack of 6 and were like $5 at Walmart. They're like kid size too, which I like. Crazy 8s, number recognition. This one deals with the planets, so planet recognition. And then Go Fish, number value system, counting. And it actually says what it works on the back. So let's see if I can get my light to do it. There we go. So those are all easy way of doing this. Pancake pile up. This was actually a recommendation for a preschool game from Abby over at Rooted and Rust. And guys, board games. Look, oh, this huge stack of board games. Like seriously, all of these games do introduce some mathematical concept, whether it's Trouble, Chutes and Ladders, Battleship. All of these things are mathematical concepts that need to be thought out. And your kids don't even know that they're having anything reinforced. They just think that they are having fun. So having games at your disposal just to reinforce the habits that either you're teaching or you're wanting to make sure they know, or just that they know and they want to have fun. It's sometimes good to remember that you know how to do something and you can do it well. So that's always fun. Okay. Another way I want to talk about that we make math fun is by the use of manipulatives. I bought these counting bears. or sorting bears, whatever you want to call them. They come in a little kit. Every bear is a different color. They come with these tongs. My girls love these. There's so many different ways you can use these. It comes with the dice. I believe places like Busy Toddler and 1 + 1 + 1 = 1, those websites have various activities that you can do using these little counting bears. They are a wonderful resource. And before I go any further, I have accumulated a lot of this stuff over years and years of homeschooling and having children. My oldest is 11, but also with both my mom and my grandmother and my great-grandmother having all been elementary and especially primary elementary aged kids. They were all teachers in 2nd grade or under. I have a lot of resources left over from them in their classrooms. So what I'm about to show you, don't think, oh my goodness, I need everything, or she has so much more stuff than I do. It is just the world that I have lived in for so long and what I have inherited. So another way that we make math fun, obviously, is manipulatives. If you can find, these are just, these are coins, but they're fake. And I love having this instead of having to find real actual money. Now, I will show my kids the real quarter and stuff, but for lessons that we will need, having a good set of fake money is always handy. And these obviously have no particular order. It's just is what it is. And I have it thrown into this math manipulative box. Time, I will say that if I had no other manipulatives, having a clock would be the thing I would want to make sure I had the most, just because as you're teaching a kiddo to tell time, being able to physically move it, and if you have one of these clocks, it's just a little set off Amazon. As you move the minute hand around, it moves the hour hand, and that helps it make so much more sense. They're also laid out so much better. The hour hand correlates along with the hours numbers that are in red. The minute hand obviously is blue, and those numbers that go with the minute hand are blue. It really is great. I love this, and if I had nothing else, I would really want a clock. That is a very abstract concept that kids start to learn, and they start to learn it at a young age, and you just keep practicing and practicing and practicing. One way, just little tidbit tip to show kids which hand goes with what. If they can't remember, does the long hand go with the minute or with the hour? I'm not sure. Minute, right off the word minute, and that's a longer word than hour. So the minute hand is the longer hand and the hour hand is shorter. So that's one way that my mom always helped her kids. This set also comes with the little board that you can write on and have them draw, dry erase marker. Let me see if I should probably just get it out. Draw erase marker on themselves, so you could say draw 330 for me and write it analog and digital. So they would have to draw the hands to show 330, then write 330. It also comes with this little doohickey, and so these are puzzles. They go together, so you have to match up 330 with the clock, and they come with these dice that you take and roll. So obviously the red is the hour, the blue, they're red and blue. Let's see, come on, you can do it. There we go. So they're red and blue dice, so you roll them, and then whatever they land on, you then have to say what time it is, and then show that on the clock. So this is a really fun little center manipulative, whatever you want to call it. It tests their clock knowledge, and they just love it. My kids love when I pull this out. It is a great way to learn and just practice telling time. If I had nothing else, I would want this little set right here. Okay, moving on. Another way to practice some addition and multiplication and subtraction facts are just writing them down. I picked up these from the Target dollar spot at the beginning of school. It's just little addition pads. I thought they were cute. Addition and subtraction, blank pads. Give them anything different and it's instantly more fun, right? Let's see here. We have Cuisinart rods. We have counters. These counters are great. You can also make something similar to this with beans. I actually had to do that for one of my classes in college, my math for elementary education majors class, and I had to make my own manipulatives. So I spray painted lima beans. One side of them was white, one side of them was orange, and I had to use them. But these can be used as little counters to count out the concept, you know, two red dots plus one red dot equals how many red dots, you know, 2 red dots, take away 1 red dot, how many red dots are you left with? They're great. I love these little counters. Oh, what else do I have in here? Oh, these are fun. Intelligence sticks. If you have a kid that is just having trouble understanding the concept of addition or subtraction, these have just sticks along with different things, different symbols and signs, so you can write out that. So let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 3, 6 sticks divided by 3 sticks equals 2 sticks. Reinforce those ideas, have them make it, you know, just sitting there working with you. Pull these things out as they're working on a problem in their book and let them move things around. That helps solidify it in their little brains. Cuisinart rods, those also work. I actually have not used these a whole lot. Just haven't had a use for them yet, but I do have them. And so if you know of any games or fun little practice ways that we could use Cuisinart rods, let me know down below. Oh, one other thing that I loved, and I'm gonna go try to find this clip. I don't know if I still have it, but this is a little scale, and then it comes with these little weights. This was one of those things that I inherited from my mom. If I can find anything close to it, I will link it down in the description below because it is so fun. So, let's see here. This is 5, so I would put it on the number 5 right here. And I don't know how well this is gonna work because I'm obviously not on a level surface. And what's cool is these all have a certain amount of weight. Here's the number 1, so you would put it on 1, and you're trying to make it even. So, what do you need plus 1 to equal 5 on the other side? You need 4. So you would come over here and let me see here. You would find a 4, go put it on the 4, and it should balance out. So it's a cool way to self-check, to practice addition. And sometimes I will just set around stations. If we just need a reset, I will set up different stations around my house and have everyone spend 20 minutes at them. And so this is a station that kind of transcends the ages. My little ones can just have fun messing around with it, playing around with it, and my olders can actually do some problems on it and see how much of one thing is needed to equal 1 on the other side. So that is a really just a fun little scale that I have brought out from time to time, and we really enjoy. This is a gallon set. I actually saw these at Mardell, a local homeschool store, but we put these, they are massive. So how many quarts does it take to make a gallon? And it's put it all together, and they all fit in side of each other. Let me go ahead and just show you kind of, I kept the instructions with it. So as you're learning what all goes into what the conversions, like how many cups equals a quart, how many quarts equal a pint, how many pints equal a gallon, it all goes in and correlates together, and they can kind of see all of that. So that one also is a really fun, it's just magnetic. You put it on your whiteboard, put it on your garage, go outside and do it. Our garage is sadly not magnetic, but if your garage door is magnetic, totally take any manipulative that's magnetic and go outside and just do it somewhere different. That's a great way to keep math fun. So definitely have tons of resources, tons of manipulatives at your disposal to help reinforce those math concepts that you're trying to teach. We have obviously talked about different ways to make math fun, especially in the younger years or just as a family, enjoying some games that reinforce mathematical ideas. Before we go any further, I do have one caveat that when I heard about this as a homeschool mom last year, it really helped me solidify the way I wanted our math to go in our homeschool. So, before we go any further, do I think that math needs to be fun? Absolutely, it totally should be fun. However, do I also believe that there are some things that just need to be learned? Yes, and math is one of those things. If you are able to learn your math facts and different aspects of that foundationally, your mathematical career and that of your child is going to be so much better and easier as they go along. I am going to link an article that I heard about as I was studying different philosophies of education, and this one is from the classical philosophy of education, and it is called Why Johnny Can't Add, and it totally changed my viewpoint on what I was going to expect of my kids in their younger years. Basically what it talked about was that kids should be memorizing their math facts even before they understand the concept. So teach them 2 + 2 = 4, and without even showing them 2 + 2 = 4 concretely. The fact is they should just memorize their fact, and then once they have memorized it, the concept of why comes later. And this article goes into much greater detail explaining the reasoning behind that, and it is fascinating and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So while I am all for making math fun and helping to keep your student engaged, I also firmly believe there are some things that just have to be learned and memorized. Can you do that in a fun way? Of course, but you have to learn first. And sometimes that's just putting in the work and creating fortitude in order to master a concept. So before I go any further in showing you different manipulatives and things of that nature, I do want to show you how we learned our multiplication facts specifically, but this could also work with addition facts too. I had my 4th grader at the time last year. Let me see if I can make this kind of work. Write down his multiplication facts every single day. Hey you guys, Kristen from the future here. I was editing my video and I wanted to clarify something. I said that I had my 4th grader last year write down all of his multiplication facts every day, and I want to make sure you guys knew that we did not write down every fact 1 through 12 every day. We would take 2 to 3 facts at a time and work on those. So we would maybe work on 4s and 5s one week, and we would write down all the facts for 4s and 5s every day of that week, but nothing else until we mastered them. All right, so I just didn't want y'all sitting there thinking, oh my word, she made him write down so much stuff. No, it should not take you more than just a few minutes at the beginning of your math lesson. Every day we did this. It did not take long at all, but he would write them down, and he could not write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? Like 2 times 1. He couldn't write 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 12 times. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equals, you know, he had to write the entire fact out. 2 times 0 = 0. 2 times 1 = 2. 2 times 2 = 4. So on and so forth for all of his math facts. And we did that every single day. I just drew it in this little chart every day, and he would write them down. It took between 3 and 5 minutes. It was not long, but before long he was mastering his facts. So in order to check it, maybe we would write down, do these 4 times a week. And then on the last day, I would allow him to play a computer game. Some of the ones that we found that worked really well one was extramath.com. I'm gonna link all of these down below. And that one you kind of race the teacher, but it's very basic, very minimum. A fact will flash up on the computer screen, they have to answer it. Another place that we found that we absolutely loved was timestables.com. Those had really fun and engaging games that tested them on their speed and their accuracy, as well as some different worksheets and time tests and just a little bit more things to help you as a parent and as a student to learn your facts. So there you have it. That is how we make math fun where we can. I hope that this was beneficial for you. If you have any questions or any ways that I could use some of the stuff I have in even different ways, please leave me a comment down below. I love talking to you guys down there, or even over on Instagram. My handle is the same there as it is here, My Cathedral Garden. And if you are new here, I am so glad you're here. I would love it if you would stick around by hitting that subscribe button. It really helps out channels like mine. All right, until next time, bye guys.